poppin' B? Perpak here, and welcome back to another episode of Race the Ramen, the show where I attempt to review something unscripted in the amount of time it takes to boil an instant ramen. And today we'll be taking a look at The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, showing now in theaters. Alright, we're going to start the timer right now. I apologize for that. Okay, so The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Quite a mouthful, that title. This is, in case you haven't heard about it, the recently released Looney Tunes feature film focusing on Porky Pig and Daffy Duck living an odd couple life as sort of pseudo-brothers with a house left to them by their farmer father caretaker, Farmer Jim, one of the greatest characters in all of cinema history. And they get kind of dragged into this sort of B-movie sci-fi rigmarole where a sort of invasion of the body snatchers plot begins to take place in their small town involving mutated bubblegum. And Daffy, Porky, and a sort of reinvented modern version of Petunia Pig, all three of them team up to take on the threat together and save the world from blowing up. And there's a chance you haven't heard of this movie. A pretty decent chance, actually, because the story of this one is honestly kind of mind-blowing and fucked up for a lot of reasons, but I'll give you the short one. Basically, you may have heard that the film Coyote vs. Acme, which was supposed to be a movie about Wile E. Coyote suing the Acme Corporation, was a sort of animated, hybrid, live-action thing that was finished and was apparently very good, but for tax reasons, just because David Zaslav, the current CEO of Warner Brothers, is cretin and an asshole, basically, he wrote it off for tax reasons. And this movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up, is a separate project, obviously, but this was also going to be written off for taxes, initially. But for some reason, this one wasn't, and they gave it the offer to be shopped around. And I guess they really weren't asking for much, because a distributor by the name of Ketchup Entertainment got a hold of it, and I kid you not, according to Wikipedia, this company's been around for 10 years, they've distributed less than 10 movies, and they have 7 employees. Warner Brothers cares so genuinely little about animation and Looney Tunes right now that they literally sold it off for a pittance to the first distributor smart enough to make a bid, pretty much. Because this tiny distributor is putting this great, fully animated, no live-action characters, 2D traditionally animated Looney Tunes movie in movie theaters right now. And you probably haven't heard of it, mainly because they don't have the budget to advertise it. Because Warner Brothers, aside from Warner Brothers Animation being a big part of this production, most of it, Warner Brothers proper did not distribute it and basically has nothing to do with it. They literally let a Looney Tunes movie go out into the world without the Warner Brothers logo in front of it. I really don't even know what to compare that to. But enough of this rambling precedent, because I've gone on for too long about that. It's all important to know, because I just want to say this. I went to an empty theater at the earliest possible screening of this, and I would like to prevent future theaters from being empty, because The Day the Earth Blew Up is fantastic. It is great. It's lots of fun. Is it a perfect movie? No. Is it the best Looney Tunes thing? No. But it's still really great, and it proves the Looney Tunes can carry a movie. You don't need Michael Jordan or like Brendan Fraser there to like be like chewing the scenery. The Looney Tunes can carry a story, and they treat it like a story. It's full of gags and silliness, but it's like there's character arcs and kind of slower scenes where things are dialogue driven and they're actually kind of attempting to bridge, a 3-act structure and shit. It doesn't feel like a sloppy script they just threw together. From what I understand, it is kind of, sort of, just a beefed-up TV special sort of movie. It was directed by Pete Braungart, the creator of Uncle Grandpa, Cartoon Network, who also worked on a bunch of other great TV shows, cartoons, and stuff over the years. And he also supervised and directed a bunch of like the last few years of the Looney Tunes cartoon collection, something like that. I'm sorry, I haven't seen much of them. But basically, this project, I guess, was a sort of cap-off to that whole thing. A feature-length thing, fully animated, just Looney Tunes doing their thing. A thing that apparently has never happened before in the 95 years it's been around. And bruh, it is a breath of fresh air and an absolute joy and just fun as hell, and I don't have the heart to see it fail. Please go see The Day the Earth Blew Up, because if you don't, I'm gonna hit you with a big mallet. And laugh about it. I'm just plain daffy. Hopefully that gives you a decent impression of what I think of the movie. Sorry that I did spend a good chunk of this kind of ranting about the unfortunate reasons this movie is in the situation that it's in, but I feel it's important to mention. Because, like, the Western animation industry is taking a big hit right now. Like, a good chunk of the hitting is coming from inside and around Warner Brothers, and more specifically, David Zaslav and the people around him. And it has been just sad to see so many wonderful projects get canceled or like thrown in the dirt, like basically released but not promoted, so they're left out to die. And this is almost that scenario, but it's more so just because this small distributor who actually saw the value of this thing as a work of art and as a good film has the money to put it in movie theaters and like acquire it, but not nearly enough to like tell people that it's in theaters now to go see it. And there's a lot of competition coming out. I mean, Novocaine just came out, Mickey 17 is still in theaters, this stupid ass, garbage ass looking Minecraft movie is coming out soon. Just please, if you have any genuine love for the Looney Tunes or animation, if you want to see 2D animation come back, traditional like hand-drawn animation, you want to see just like a big like victory for cartoons that takes the shape of a funny as fuck, like really, really hilarious, I should mention that. This is a really funny movie. Lots of great dialogue gags, tons of great visual gags, highly expressive animation. I feel like I'll be showing it in clips, like I hardly have to say it, but yeah, that stuff's all fantastic. We also get like a decent little story and some fun social commentary, a cute little romance in there, a brotherly love story also. And it really is just a wholesome, fun, funny, like, just enjoyable thing in the modern landscape of movies today and on its own. I am really happy for this crew that they got to make this movie and it got to be released. I'd be even happier if it made some money back. To see that it isn't just me and the die-hard cartoon fanatics that believe in the Looney Tunes anymore. I give The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Sorry, it's such a long title. I give it an 8 out of 10. It is a genuinely good movie. It is much better as a Looney Tunes movie than like an overall film, but it's a perfectly functional, cleverly constructed, really fun, and silly, memorable, quality film. It is a testament to slapstick comedy and classic animation techniques, and it just kind of shows that this sort of comedy will never really be outdated, and that, I mean, we already kind of knew this, but more than anything, it shows that the Looney Tunes are rad, and that Warner Brothers are fools beyond compare for, like, not seeing the value of this project. If they can't, I'm so happy someone else could. And look, let me say, I know that there are some people out there who are thinking, oh, I'd much rather that Coyote vs. Acme came out instead. And look, I understand. I would very much love to see that movie too. And I think its cancellation is a tragedy. But for the time being, The Day the Earth Blew Up is out. It's real, and you can watch it, and you can support it. So if you want to see a funny, haha, like classic cartoon, but with a modern, fresh perspective on the big screen, go see this. Please. Please go see this. See it with your parents. See it with your grandparents. See it with your friends. It is worth it. And if you hate it, come back and comment that I'm a big Porky Pig or something. I'll take it on the chin. If that's what I must do to make sure the Looney Tunes have a chance at a better tomorrow, so be it. I love cartoons, and this is a really good goddamn cartoon, okay? Sorry to get so intense about it, but yeah. Yeah.